Hello, everyone. I want to conclude my little seminar here with a mnemonic or an acronym that I've created for conflict. And I previously shared this in one of the video workshops that I did a couple of months ago in 2023, in the spring of 2023. But I like this mnemonic. For me, it helps kind of getting a perspective on conflict because we're de-escalators. We're empowering people both to manage your emotions, to deal with the issue, to do it respectfully, and hopefully come out of it with a healthier solution than they went in the conflict with. And so that would be certainly a great goal. But the acronym has two C's, two A's, two L's, two M's. So and you can look at the sheet that's attached to this workshop. The first one is to cool down, which is extremely important. When emotions are heightened, you can't think clearly. Now, sometimes, uh, you know, sometimes it's not simply anger, but we have to fight our passivity. And so some people assert, others back away, but we've got to get a hold of ourselves to not allow either of those strategies to dominate it, because healthy decision making and creativity is diminished when emotions are peaked. So you got to take that break and to kind of get your arms around yourself. And then the other C, cool down, but don't just cool down, but clarify the issue. What do you really, really want? It's common to be aware of what we don't want, but not wanting something isn't an attainable goal. So to clarify the issue is maybe to put something into a single sentence that what I want to see happen out of this, it may have in it, I want a healthy relationship with my friend, and I'd like us to resolve whatever the issue is. And so it's important to don't layer a bunch of issues, but stick with a particular thing. Assert what you're trying to, or and you're not sitting down with the person yet, so you're asserting, you're personally doing some personal work. Assert what you want in the situation. Now the A is two A's. One is ask questions of the other person, but these are questions you're going to prepare to be able to sit down. I think bigger than the questions is what I would call curiosity. Rather than coming sort of on a mission, come with curiosity to really seek. I want to hear what the other person is saying. I don't necessarily agree with this, but I want to hear kind of not only what their position is, but kind of the reasoning behind it, what they're feeling. And so you may come with questions like, why is this important to you? What would you like to see happen? In your view, how best do you see this being accomplished? You don't necessarily agree with anything they're saying. You're simply listening and you're getting ready, you're preparing yourself to seek first to understand so that it sets the table for healthy conflict resolution. The second A is to assert your position. And so just like you have to clarify your position, now you're going to think of asserting it. Why? What do I really want? Why and how do I want to see this accomplished? But talk tentatively as you come in. Don't be aggressive. Tentative talk is things like, instead of saying, well, the fact is, say, in my opinion, everybody knows, here's what I believe. So you're speaking for yourself and you're asserting yourself. Now, the two L's run like this. You start first, as the scripture says, being quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. So you listen actively. That's the first L. Active listening includes, and you can read about these skills: paraphrasing, verbalizing emotions, asking, summarizing, clarifying, encouraging, balancing. Do you feel this would help you or hurt you going forward? Asking good questions. And so you're listening attentively. But then it's not only listening, but it's asserting. So you're linking your perspective. Share your perspective. Share your wishes and desires. Try to synergize. And synergize is the idea of there's multiplied expression. Larger things happen when you put the two opinions together if properly handled. And so someone said, how do you know if you're really linking? You have a change of heart. You have a different perspective. You have a broadened perspective. Secondly, you see things in a new way. You kind of have a little creative spurt of understanding that's powerful. Thirdly, you sense energy, excitement. There's a positiveness that's coming out of this. And then fourthly, you end up in a better place that either of you had started. And so you know that you're linking. So then the two M's are make a plan. Sometime an agreement is agreed to vocally, but it does help to write down things so and clarify them back so it's clear. And there's a benefit, and you can look at this in the notes, but there's a huge benefit in putting things down in writing. And once you have both what I call enthusiastic buy-in, that you make a plan together and there's enthusiastic buy-in, now you move forward in harmony. And harmony is two sounds coming together. And perhaps it'd be good to do a revisit in a couple of weeks or a week or a month or however to follow up. And you may even say at the end of the time, hey, let's get together in a month or so to see how things are going. And so Stephen Covey, and I would conclude with this final thought, if I were to summarize in one sentence the most important principle I've learned in the field of interpersonal relations, it'd be this: seek first to understand, then be understood. And that's really what we're doing in our mission as chaplains, to build caring relationships. How do you build a caring relationship? By listening, by coming into a person's world with the hope of gaining permission to share the life-changing good news of Jesus Christ. And how? Not an assertive, not an aggressive manner, but in a non-threatening manner. We create a safe zone. So I'm declaring that we are the ones who've been commissioned by Jesus as peacemakers into the world.